from the OC Goodwill, and now I get to introduce Allie from Thrifted Queen. She is going to be taking us into her home and showing us around, so I'm really excited to see that. She is really just all about decor, fashion. She loves thrifting. And if you make a donation for $2.40 during her segment, you will be entered to win her super cool I'd Rather Be Thrifting sweatshirt. So let's get to it. Ladies and gentlemen, the Thrifted Queen.
It's Giving Tuesday. I am just honored that Goodwill has asked me to be a part of this. Goodwill is a huge part of my life, and I am just so excited to be able to be here and do this. So I wanted to answer some questions, and if you follow me on Instagram at Thrifted Queen, I asked some questions. I asked you to submit your questions yesterday, and I'll also be checking in on here live, so you can submit your questions on the YouTube streaming page, and I will answer those as well. So I'll try to get to everything. So let's see here. Okay, so this was asked by a few people. It says, do you have any favorite secondhand thrift sites? I think virtual thrifting is a huge thing right now because, you know, us thrifters, we have that itch to hunt, and with the stores being closed right now, how can we do that? So if you tuned in earlier today, Nicole was talking about shopgoodwill.com, where it is an auction site, and so that's a good one for you to check out. Personally, I have been really into Mercari and Poshmark. Both of those are apps that you can download on your phone, and you can save searches on those, which is really cool. So you can the big thing right now is tie-dye sets, loungewear sets. So if you type in tie-dye set, save that search, then you will get notified when new items are posted. So yeah, Mercari is a really fun one. Also, I like Mercari for like houseware. I've bought clothes on there as well, but I think Poshmark's more predominantly clothing. Speaking of clothing, before I get too far into my questions, I would like to remind you that we are here because we love Goodwill and we are raising money for this wonderful organization. And if you donate during my live stream at any point, any donation, any number, big or small, we're encouraging $2.40 because the organization started in 1924, so $2.40. You're entered into my raffle, and I'm giving away one of these sweatshirts, and it says, I'd rather be thrifting. You know, we are all being socially responsible, and we are staying home during this quarantine, but I think that if you're watching this, you'd probably rather be thrifting. So go ahead and donate. Click the donate button. All the information here is on the screen, and you will be entered to win during my live stream for one of these sweatshirts. So, and also if you just want to buy one, if you know you didn't win the giveaway, all of the information on how to purchase a sweatshirt and a t-shirt is linked on my Instagram. I am at thriftedqueen.com. All of that information, I believe, is on the screen as well. Alrighty, so let's see the next question. Okay, what section of the thrift store do you go to first? Okay, that's a good one. You know, I collect bowls, so I tend to head straight to the housewares, and I look at the dishes. Generally, they have, at least at our local Goodwills, they've got like clear glassware on one aisle and the mugs and the plates and the ceramics on another aisle. So I kind of tend to hit those first. I also like clothing. I love thrifted clothing. So I tend to go to the go back rack. This is my hot tip, my secret. If you're thrifting and you're in a hurry, what I love to do is go straight to the go back rack at the dressing rooms, because sometimes people have already done the work for you. They have gone through, they found some fun things, but maybe it wasn't their size. Maybe it wasn't a flattering fit. So they leave it at the go back rack. And then it's just like a nice little curated rack of goodness for you to quickly browse through. So yeah, that's probably the second place I hit. If I go to the dishes and then the go back rack. Yeah, that's kind of what I do. Okay, let's see the next question. Let's see. Here we go. Most prized thrifted item. Ooh, that's good. Okay. Most prized thrifted item. This is hard. This is like picking your favorite child, right? I have to say that probably my most rare piece. So the dishes that I collect here, those are mostly Pyrex. If you're not familiar with them, they were made in, the 50s, 60s era, mid-century, modern time, and they have hung around. They are like pretty indestructible. I mean, you can't break them. But anyways, I could go down a whole rabbit hole of Pyrex history, but I won't do that. So Pyrex, I think that probably my most prized thrifting find is a very specific Pyrex bowl that I found in outside Yosemite. I was vacationing with my family, and we went to lunch, and I noticed there was a little resale shop across the street, and we were finishing up lunch, paying the bill, and I said, I'm just going to go pop in there. And we walked across the street, and they had a whole room of housewares, and down below this bottom shelf was this bowl, and it has this atomic eye print where it's like totally mid-century, super cool graphic, and it's teal blue on a white bowl, and it was marked $3, half off, and so that made it $1.50. And this bowl is probably the most rare in my collection. It's in the kitchen, so I'm not going to get up and go get that one, but there is one other find that is a close second that is right behind me, so I'll show you that. This is another really rare find. This is the hot air balloon design Pyrex bowl. And when I found this at a flea market and in Alameda. And isn't it crazy that I can remember where all of these came from? I found this at a flea market, and I swear I felt like I was robbing a bank when it was $10, and this is a really hard to find rare piece of Pyrex, and I just practically ran away after I purchased this one. So yeah, this is another one of my favorites. So let me put this back. That leads me to another question that I got. Let me see if I can pull that up. Are all my bowls thrifted? Is all of my Pyrex collection thrifted? Now that is a fun question. Yes, but I also love antique stores. So some people are on the, anything that's secondhand is considered thrifting. Where I'm more of like, if it's thrift store prices, then that's thrifting. So some of the pieces are from antique stores, because certain ones I try to, if I'm trying to finish a certain set, there's generally 4 bowls in a set. And I say I can't, I've thrifted 3 out of the 4, and then I hit the antique stores to try and complete the rest of the set. So yeah, some of them are from antique stores. Some of them are gifts from friends that, they have one that they can part with, and it'll complete one of my bowls. So yeah, most of them are thrifted. Let's see, what else? Okay. This is a fun one. This doesn't have to do with thrifting. Um, asked me if I still have a full-time job. I do have a part-time job. I left my full-time job last year to follow my passion in building my blog, Thrifted Queen. And what I do on Thrifted Queen is I share my home decor, my fashion, my lifestyle. Generally, it is all thrifted or budget friendly. And that's what I do. But I also have a part-time job, and it is blogging oriented as well. So that is how I have managed to stay afloat, leaving my full-time job. So no, I don't have my full-time job anymore. But speaking of blogging, earlier today on the live stream, in case you missed it, my DIY was shared, and I'm going to show it to you right now. I have part of it. So during quarantine, I am all about making do with what you have, giving new life, new love to, things that we already have in our house. So when it became mandatory in our county that you have to wear a mask while out on essential errands, I knew that I needed to, I had to do my spin on it. So I took this vintage dress that I had thrifted, and it was in my get rid of pile, which, sidebar, Goodwill is not accepting donations right now, but they are really going to need our love and our donations when the stores and the donation centers open back up. So hold those items, save them in your garage, save them in your trunk, save them in the back of your closet, bag those up. Goods for good. We are going to, the thrifting is going to be good when all of this is over, right? So save those items. I have been cleaning out my house, and I have been setting my get rid of pile aside. It's stored in the garage. But back to my DIY, when I knew I needed to make a mask and I wanted to do it kind of in my own funky way, I thought, well, wouldn't it be cool to take a piece of clothing that I could alter in some way and make a matching mask? So that was what I did. I took this dress that was in my get rid of pile because it was just a little too long for me, and I didn't really want to hem it. It just didn't have the energy. But now I have all this time and a need for a mask. So I took the dress and I hemmed it, and you can see the finished product over on my website, www.thriftedqueen. And that was the DIY that we shared earlier. So, and that is just another reason why I love Goodwill so much. It's continued to be a part of all of our lives, even without the stores being open. Just making do with what we have, making do with the items that we've thrifted prior to all of this madness, and just, appreciating it that much more. I know we're all looking forward to getting back to the stores and thrifting. And I think that is just, that's why Goodwill really needs our help, because we're all anticipating and eagerly waiting to shop when they reopen. So that's why we need to give them our love and our donations now. So I think, let's see if I've got a few more questions. Okay. So it looks like I've got one more question that I'll answer for you, unless something comes in on the live stream right now. And that last question is, at what age did I start thrifting? Well, I would say it's been a lifelong hobby. But when I was about 9 years old, my mom, she had a space at our local antique mall. And that was really what kind kind of sparked this whole Pyrex obsession was, you know, going to flea markets and garage sales and all of that kind of stuff, hunting with my mom so she could source items for her space. She did that for a couple years, didn't do it for very long, but it's just stayed with me ever since, you know, that love of thrifting and being thrifty. And it's just really like the hunt for me. I never know what I'm going to find. And that is what is so fun for me when it comes to thrifting. Yeah, it's just, you know, it's almost therapeutic. You know, you walk in and the idea of, you know, giving love and life to an item that was discarded by someone else. It's just, the whole thing is just, it's magical to me, and I cannot wait to get back into the stores. So I think that's all for questions. So don't forget, any donation of any amount made during my segment right now is gonna go towards the giveaway. You'll be entered to win a sweatshirt. I know that you would rather be thrifting, as am I. And I just want to thank Goodwill for having me be a part of this awesome event. And it's been so much fun. You can find me on Instagram at Thrifted Queen. Shoot me a message if I didn't get around to answering your question, or if there was something I missed. Just send me a message and I'll do my best to get back to you and follow along with the shenanigans. And yeah, let's show Goodwill our love. And yeah, so I hope you guys have fun. Up next, I believe, is Hadrian. He's going to be cooking with his mom. It's Cinco de Mayo. Isn't that crazy? It doesn't feel like it. It's Tuesday. It's Taco Tuesday, but I think he's going to help us feel a little more festive. So yeah, so stay tuned. Follow along with Hadrian. He's so much fun. And thanks for watching, guys. It's been a blast. And I will see you later. Bye.